A tale of betrayal and retribution. In a world where love is a facade and loyalty a currency, betrayal forges the sharpest weapons. This is the story of Eleanor Whittaker, a woman who traded sacrifice for a wedding vow, only to find her trust shattered. From the ashes of her heartbreak, she crafts a vengeance that will burn a dynasty to the ground. Welcome to a tale where vows mask deceit, and retribution claims the final word. The wedding was meant to be my triumph, the pinnacle of years of sacrifice. White roses cascaded down the Crestwood Hotel's grand ballroom, string quartets wove melodies, and champagne towers sparkled under chandeliers. For months I, Eleanor Whittaker, had dreamed of walking the aisle to Thomas Whitfield, his eyes promising a future secure after my devotion. But as I stepped forward, veil trailing, whispers slithered through the crowd.
"Do you think she knows? He was with her last night. Poor woman."
My chest tightened, but I forced a smile, blaming nerves. Then I saw her, Rebecca, in crimson, mocking the white of my gown, her smile venomous. Thomas's glance wasn't surprise, it was guilt. My bouquet trembled. To understand my ruin, know my past. Thomas wasn't just my fiancé, he was my salvation. The Whittakers were broken, father's contracting business collapsed in 2008, mother clung to fading elegance, debt collectors circling. At 17, I became the anchor, working jobs, abandoning college dreams, paying bills while Jenna, my sister, drifted, pampered, untouched. I believed sacrifice would lead to light. Then Thomas entered, wealthy, poised, heir to Chicago's Whitfield dynasty. He found me at a cafe, his black coffee order sparking dinners, weekends, a proposal under 4th of July fireworks. For once, I was cherished, not burdened. Mother wept joy, father saw redemption, Jenna suddenly cared, my engagement her new obsession. I should have been happy, but a shadow lingered. Did Thomas see me, or the ideal wife his family demanded? Rebecca was his past, a college flame, wild, ambitious, ended by his mother's disapproval. At our engagement party, she appeared, uninvited, her red lips whispering to Thomas, his face paling.
"She's nothing," he swore. I believed him, desperate to trust. Until the wedding.
Her crimson dress screamed defiance, his guilt confirmed it. The ceremony blurred, vows, rings, kisses, my smile a mask as I clung to Thomas, hoping to hold truth at bay. At the reception, Rebecca struck, cornering me by the champagne fountain, her perfume sharp. "Congratulations," she purred. "He didn't mention last night, did he?"
"Room 406. My blood froze. "You're lying."
Her smile widened, pressing a room key into my hand.
"Check his phone. Ask him. Watch him crumble."
She vanished into the crowd, leaving me shaking, my gown suffocating. That night, in our suite, silence replaced applause.
"Where were you last night?"
I asked, voice cold.
Thomas blinked. "What?"
"Room 406.
"Rebecca."
His face drained.
"It's not what you think."
My laugh cut sharp.
"You slept with her. The night before our wedding." "I was drunk," he stammered.
"Don't reduce this to a mistake," I snapped, tears burning.
"Do you love me?"
His silence answered. I didn't scream or demand annulments. I lay beside him, staring at the ceiling, vows echoing, and decided, they'd all pay. Thomas, Rebecca, my family basking in my shame. I'd sacrificed too long to be their fool. Revenge simmered, sharpening over sleepless nights. The first step. Secrets. Rebecca's room key was bait. At dawn, as Thomas slept, I slipped to room 406. Her perfume lingered, sheets rumpled, champagne flutes on the counter, proof, but not enough. Her phone sat on the nightstand, unlocked, careless. I scrolled, messages, photos, emails chilling my blood.
Rebecca wasn't just with Thomas.
She was with his father, Richard Whitfield. Images flashed, Rebecca on the Whitfield yacht, her hand on Richard's arm at galas, her in silk sheets with a diamond bracelet I'd seen on his wife. A generational affair, poisoning the Whitfields from within, manipulating father and son.
I was their pawn. No more.
I copied everything. Photos, emails, proof to shatter a dynasty. Leaving room 406, evidence in hand, I smiled for the first time in years. The vows were spoken, the betrayal exposed. This wasn't the end, it was my beginning. I, Eleanor Whittaker, shed no tears after leaving room 406. In the Crestwood Hotel's cafe, laptop open, coffee cooling, I organized the evidence. Photos, emails, messages, a timeline of betrayal to choke the Whitfields and Rebecca. Revenge wasn't rage, it was patience, honed by years as my family's anchor, working jobs, abandoning dreams, carrying debt while Jenna drifted and my parents faded.
No more sacrifices. Their turn to shatter.
Thomas woke late, smiling in our suite as if betrayal dissolved in daylight.
"Morning, Mrs. Whitfield," he murmured, leaning for a kiss. I recoiled. "Don't." His face faltered. "Eleanor." "I know everything," I said, voice ice.
His eyes widened, sensing I meant Rebecca, and his father, Richard.
"Room 406, I added. "That bracelet she wore? Your mother's." He staggered, pale.
"I haven't told anyone," I said coldly.
"Yet."
Panic made him sloppy, perfect for my plans. For a week, I played the newlywed, smiling at brunches, posing for photos, holding Thomas's hand at dinners. He clung to me, terrified of my silence. Rebecca hovered, her texts to Thomas desperate. "You can't keep her happy.
We belong together." She didn't know I'd read them.
Richard unraveled, hands shaking when Rebecca messaged, Evelyn's eyes narrowing with suspicion. The Whitfields were a house of cards, and I held the flame. My first strike was subtle. At a charity gala, I accidentally dropped my phone near Rebecca, showing donors a photo, not of our honeymoon, but Rebecca kissing Richard on the Whitfield yacht. Gasps spread. Rebecca paled, Evelyn's eyes darkened, donors whispered. "Oh, wrong photo," I stammered, feigning panic. Rebecca fled, her crimson dress vanishing. Richard avoided me, Evelyn's suspicion ignited. I sipped champagne, smiling. The second strike cut deeper. I met Evelyn for lunch, her cool gaze wary but bound by appearances.
"Over tea," I whispered. "I saw something about Rebecca."
I slid my phone across. Yacht photos, emails, text signed R. "How long?" she asked, voice tight.
"Years," I said softly. Her eyes burned, fury veiled. "Thank you, Eleanor."
I nodded, sipping tea, victory pulsing. Evelyn, guardian of the Whitfield name, now aimed her wrath at Rebecca. But Rebecca wasn't foolish. Outside Holt and Ivy, she cornered me, lipstick blood red, eyes blazing.
"You think you'll win?" she hissed.
"Thomas will leave you when I expose your family's debts, your father's failures.
You're trash in lace."
Fear struck. My past could feed the press. But I leaned close, whispering, "When the Whitfields fall, you'll be buried with them." She faltered, then stormed off, heels like gunshots.
The war was on. The killing blow needed precision.
The Whitfield Foundation Gala loomed, Chicago's elite, cameras broadcasting, the perfect stage. Evelyn enlisted me to organize, her voice clipped. Unity, dignity, strength.
"Of course," I said, plotting.
The ballroom dazzled, chandeliers, gold linens, champagne rivers. The Whitfields glided like royalty, Evelyn elegant, Richard tense, Thomas stiff beside me. Rebecca arrived, uninvited, in silver sequins, confidence a facade. Cameras trailed her, Evelyn's jaw tightened, perfect. Mid-evening, I took the stage. "Thank you for supporting the Whitfield Foundation," I began, voice steady.
"Tonight, we honor truth."
Screens lit up, Thomas and Rebecca, hotel receipts, desperate texts. Gasps erupted, Thomas paled, clutching the table. Then, the true strike, Rebecca and Richard, yacht photos, bracelet, emails.
The ballroom roared.
Evelyn stood, fury controlled, Richard stammered, Thomas hid his face, Rebecca froze, her silver dress a curse.
I spoke through the chaos.
"This is the Whitfield truth. Lies, betrayal, corruption. I was their fool, but tonight, the world sees them."
Cameras captured all.
The empire cracked. I walked out, gown brushing marble, press swarming. Thomas and Rebecca didn't follow, their ruin sealed.
I was free.
The Whitfield name shattered, their legacy bleeding across headlines. Whitfield dynasty crumbles in a fair scandal.
Gala expose rocks Chicago elite.
Rebecca Owens, mistress and thief? The internet turned vicious. Memes, hashtags, the family's elegance dragged through mud. I, Eleanor Whitaker, stayed silent, my absence amplifying the storm. But silence was only half my vengeance, the rest was personal. 3 nights later, Thomas found me in the Crestwood suite, disheveled, eyes red.
Eleanor, why? He croaked.
You destroyed my family, my career, Rebecca.
Her name poisoned the air. Why?
I laughed, hollow, from the window where Chicago's skyline fractured the night.
You betrayed me.
You still love her, I said, voice low. His silence confirmed it. Do you know what it's like, I whispered, voice breaking, to give everything, heart, trust, life, only to see it gambled away? He stammered, No apologies, I cut in, leaning close.
You're nothing without me. Now the world knows.
Rebecca struck back, a Tribune headline screaming, Eleanor Whitaker, gold diggers past, bankruptcy, debts, ulterior motives. My family's ruin, father's failed business, my nights working 3 jobs, was twisted to paint me as a schemer marrying for money. #golddigger trended, hate flooded my inbox, strangers sneered. Doubt flickered, had I overreached? But fear is a luxury in war.
I sharpened my blade.
Rebecca thrived on image, so I stripped it bare. I visited Evelyn Whitfield, her eyes bloodshot but resolve iron, offering wine. You saw the article, she said flatly.
I did. Do you believe it?
The world does, I replied.
But see this.
I slid a file across her desk, Rebecca siphoning Whitfield Foundation funds, offshore accounts, proof she was no mere mistress but a parasite. Evelyn's lips curled, fury and satisfaction blending.
She'll burn. She will, I whispered.
Evelyn struck fast, Rebecca's accounts frozen, warrants issued, her face on news as charity thief. She cried conspiracy online, blaming Evelyn and me, but her credibility was ash. Within a week, she vanished. Paris, Mexico, rumors swirled, but Rebecca Owens was done. Thomas lingered, desperate, texting, calling, appearing rain-soaked outside my apartment.
I was weak, he pleaded. I love you. We can fix this.
Through the glass door, I stared.
Fix. I laughed bitterly. You bury betrayal.
I left him drenched, broken, a ghost of his own lies.
I felt nothing.
The Whitfields fractured, Richard hid in clubs, shamed, Evelyn, cold, cut Thomas from dealings. Their wealth held, but respect vanished, their name a cautionary tale.
In that, I found peace.
Months later, I stood on the rooftop where Thomas proposed, Chicago sprawling below, indifferent. A headline buzzed, Whitfield sell assets, dynasty shrinks. My work was complete, but a question lingered, had I won, or let their poison rot my heart?
Perhaps both. I faced the wind, whispering, never again.
The city swallowed my vow, silence embracing me. Betrayal may wound, but vengeance forged in patience can topple empires, yet its cost scars the victor as deeply as the vanquished.